Item 438. Cleaning and sealing joints. 1. Description. Clean and seal joints in new or existing rigid concrete pavements and bridge decks. Resize joints in rigid concrete pavements and approach slabs as shown on the plans. 2. Materials. Use sealants of the class specified on the plans that meet the requirements of DMS 6310, joint sealants and fillers. Use primers recommended by the manufacturer of the sealant if required. Provide backer rods that are circular and are 25% larger than the joint opening. Use backer rods compatible with the sealant that do not react or bond together. 3. Equipment. Use equipment that meets sealant manufacturer's recommendations. Use air compressors equipped with appropriate filters for removing oil and water from the air. Provide concrete saws with sufficient capacity to cut full depth of concrete pavement, approach slabs, and pan girder joints. 4. Construction. Submit information from the sealant manufacturer showing recommended equipment and installation procedures before starting work. All equipment and procedures will be subject to approval. If the equipment causes damage to dowels, reinforcing steel, concrete, base, sub-base, or subgrade, repair the damage and change the procedure and equipment to prevent further damage. 4.1 Preparation. Remove all debris, dirt, dust, saw cuttings, and other foreign material from joint by an approved method. Collect and dispose of all the removed material. Remove existing preformed bituminous fiberboard material or other spacer material the full depth of the joint along with all other debris in the joint opening. Resize the joint sealant space by sawing to the width and depth shown on the plans to accommodate the type of sealant specified. Clean debris from the diaphragm windows below the joints on concrete slab and girder bridges. Abrasive blast clean the vertical faces of joints armored with steel to remove all visible rust, paint, mill scale, and other forms of contamination, leaving a white metal appearance. Clean concrete and other surfaces by method approved and in accordance with the manufacturer's specifications before placing sealant. Air blast the joint after cleaning to remove all dust. Saw cut concrete pavement and concrete approach slab full depth to provide joint opening as shown on the plans and as directed. Clean all debris out of the joint full depth of concrete pavement. 4.2 Sealing. Place the sealant in accordance with the manufacturer's recommended procedures. Apply the primer, when required, at the specified rate and time interval before applying the sealant. Apply the sealant to dry joint surfaces unless otherwise recommended by the sealant manufacturer. Tool any sealant material that is not self-leveling to force the sealant against the joint surfaces. Place approved support spacers into joints as shown on the plans for concrete pavement. Place a backer rod in the joint opening to prevent the sealant from flowing through the joint and to hold the sealant at its required elevation unless directed otherwise. Set the top of the sealant and thickness of sealant as shown on the plans. Do not place sealant in an expansion type joint if surface temperature is below 55 degrees Fahrenheit or above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. 5. Measurement. When specified on the plans to be a pay item, this item will be measured by the foot of sealant placed. 6. Payment. Unless otherwise specified on the plans, the work performed and materials furnished as this item requires will not be paid for directly but will be subsidiary to bid items of the contract. When shown as a pay item, the work performed and materials furnished in accordance with this item and measured as provided under measurement will be paid for at the unit price bid for cleaning and sealing existing joints, cleaning and sealing joints of the class, if specified, and cleaning existing joints, and resizing and sealing joints. This price is full compensation for furnishing all materials, sawing, routing, and cleaning and installing, disposing of debris, and equipment, labor, tools, and incidentals.